Let's listen to a clip of Rudy Giuliani being questioned under oath about the election.
Never seen video obtained exclusively by CNN's Tierney Sneed. You watch and see how obvious and ugly the former president's intent is. Started with lies about caravans of brown people coming for your women, taking your jobs, and bringing drugs, and ended with a mob of red hats convinced to attack the government, trumpeted as the cause of all that concern. The proof of his purpose is in his people. You'll see names: Sidney Powell, Rudy Giuliani, others, under oath, on camera, depositions. Lawsuit by a former executive with Dominion Voting Systems who claims he was defamed by the Trump campaign. Giuliani, Powell, prominent conservatives. The defendants are moving to dismiss the case. That's pending. But they did do the depositions, and on video you'll hear how they lay out the objective, namely feeding fears. Not with facts. Facts be damned. No proof of truth necessary. Case in point, a conspiracy theory that has been played mostly for laughs. Bizarre claim made on national TV. 2 American companies were working with a dead Venezuelan dictator. Absurd, yet absorbed. Listen.
We had a report that the heads of Dominion and Smartmatic, somewhere in the mid-teens, 2013, 14, whatever, went down to Venezuela for a get-to-know meeting with Maduro so they could demonstrate to Maduro the kind of vote fixing they did for Chavez.
Barely say it, let alone believe it. Fallen man. From America's mayor to Trump's stooge. A former federal prosecutor who says repeatedly he couldn't be bothered to verify whether any of the claims he was making were backed up by facts.
That's because he didn't care about facts. All he wanted to do was throw whatever he could out there and hope it stuck so that he could get Trump to be president again. Yeah, Chavez is dead. And it's hilarious. It's like when Republicans were claiming that JFK was going to come back from the dead and tell the world that Trump is president. Like somehow JFK has the authority to make Trump president.
You say the heads of Dominion and Smartmatic?
Yes, that's what I was told. Before the press conference, I was told about it. Sometimes I go and look myself online when stuff comes up. This time I didn't have the time to do it. It's not my job in a fast-moving case to go out and investigate every piece of evidence that's given to me. Otherwise, you're never going to write a story. You never come to a conclusion.
It's not my job to find out if these claims that I'm telling people is true or not.
First of all, it wasn't a case. It was and is a con. And Rudy likely knew it. Now, why would I say that? Because the Trump camp had a memo debunking the claims of election fraud, yet they didn't say a word. Under oath, Sidney Powell, forced to admit that getting to the truth was never an objective.
You had the ear of a number of conservative media outlets. Why did you not ask to provide a statement correcting that the misstatement that you had a recording?
That didn't seem to be the material part of the inquiry.
Material part. The truth wasn't material? Now look, you'll say, hey, look, in politics, they all lie. That's not true, but you can feel that way. I understand why you would if you don't have good reason to be cynical right now. But just know If you or anyone decides to still put stock in Trump's sludge, you now know you are buying a bunch of lies designed to destroy confidence in government. Listen to the response to why the trumpets would ignore a report that corrected their assertions done by the Department of Homeland Security on the integrity of the election.
I'm asking if the Trump campaign read this and considered it.
Not to my knowledge.
Why would they not have read this? It comes from the U.S. government.
Objective form and foundation.
Rudy's justification for spreading sputum is that everybody does it. So what we have here is a battle to the bottom.